All right, it is early Saturday morning on this Saturday, October the 19th, 2024. And I thought I'd just pop on here for a few minutes and just say hello to everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great week. Hope you are looking forward to a great weekend. It is going to be a pretty full and busy weekend for me. Part of that fullness is going to be I'm going to get some good rest this weekend. I think my son is in a camp out of town, which is great. He's in a nice little church event, which is very nice that he gets that edification and being part of a youth group at his I'm at our church, so that's great. And I just got a few things around the house I need to do. Got to do some DIY housework and some little repairs around the house. And also, in the meantime, I'll be watching some Criterion films and taking in some college football and a little bit of NFL football, but of course, have church on Sunday and everything. But looking forward to the weekend. What are you doing this weekend? What do you have on tap? On this weekend, I see that we have some people coming in here. Was going to be on here for just a few minutes and just again share what I'm watching this weekend and what I'm into, and then also talking about the upcoming Criterion Flash Sale. We're expecting a 24-hour flash sale this week. Of course, a lot of us who are subscribed to the Criterion channel got an email yesterday or very recently for a $10 off coupon on the criterion.com site. Typically, that email comes just a few days before the upcoming flash sale. So, very strong indication that a flash sale is coming this Tuesday. So, definitely be on the lookout for that. Typically, they do a 24-hour flash sale that starts around noon on a Tuesday and ends on the next day, that Wednesday at noon. So be on the lookout for that. Very time sensitive type of a deal there, and one that if you have some Criterion titles that you have your eye on, the flash sale is a really good time to take advantage of that. It's an opportunity to purchase titles directly from the criterion.com site, which then earns you points towards a $50 gift certificate. So when you spend up to say $500 on the Criterion site, once you spend $500 on their site, they'll then award you a $50 gift certificate, I think is the current setup. So that's a nice benefit. I've had a chance of taking advantage of that a couple of times, and it's pretty nice on future purchases. So I'll definitely plan to use my $10 email gift certificate in this flash sale. In terms of what I plan to pick up, I'll go ahead and share my screen with you and we'll just look at the criterion.com site very casually this Saturday morning. I tell you what, it's been a very busy week at work. Don't know about you, but wow, it has been so busy. I will share the entirety of my screen and go to the Criterion site. As you see here, this is January titles announced. I've got about four titles that I'm focused on for this flash sale. And of course, my plan is I'm going to purchase those titles on Tuesday, pretty much as soon as the sale goes live, assuming there is a sale, fingers crossed. And then typically I receive my shipment if mail times are the same as they've been in the past, which is a big if, but if they are, then I should get my my flash sale package probably on Friday or Saturday coming up. So I'll be able to hopefully share that with you next weekend. But if we go into the Criterion site here and we look at some of the new releases here, recent releases. This here is Perfect Days, which is so good. When Vim Bender's film, I tell you what, this film is so good, and this performance by this actor, legendary. Beautiful performance. This is a beautifully shot film. It looks amazing on 4K. It's just a wonderful portrait of Japan, of not specifically Tokyo, and this man's seemingly simple life as a toilet cleaner, but you learn that there's more depth to his story and who he is as a person during this amazing film by Vim Vendors. So if you don't have this title on your radar for the upcoming flash sale or Barnes and Noble sale, this is one to definitely consider. But as we look at what titles am I thinking about for this flash sale, I'll just go ahead and tell you. For those of you who were kind enough to join me, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight into what's in my mind here this morning. The two main titles that are on my mind of picking up are the two Albert Brooks 4Ks. So you have Real Life and Mother. These are two titles I'm definitely planning to get in this sale on 4K Ultra HD. I love Albert Brooks's films. As you can see here, Albert Brooks has a couple of other titles already in the collection. Defending Your Life and Lost in America. Both I highly recommend in either the flash sale or Barnes and Noble sale coming up. These are really, really good DVD editions. I'm sorry, Blu-ray editions. Actually, they're probably available on DVD as well. Yeah, Lost in America is available on DVD, and Defending Your Life also is available on DVD. But I have the Blu-ray editions of both of these films, and they're really, really nice. Funny, really nice film. So I have not seen Mother or Real Life, but I'm looking forward to checking them both out from Albert Brooks. So I'll be picking up these two titles. And then the other two titles that I plan to pick up are titles that have very recently come out, including Pandora's Box that came out this past week, the G.W. Pabst film starring Louise Brooks. I have not seen this, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking this film out, Pandora's Box. And then this two-film set produced by Val Lewton, The Seventh Victim and I Walked with a Zombie. This is on 4K. The Pandora's Box is on Blu-ray. So those are going to be my four pickups for the flash sale. Now, when I was doing my flash sale list, I had a fifth title on the list, but I've read up a little bit on what this film is about. And I have to say, I'm pretty much landing on the side of pass. Now, interestingly enough, and this happens with a lot of titles, I've had people in the comments section really go on both sides of this. Some people have said this is a must get, you definitely got to pick it up. And then other people will say skip it. So it's one of those things, it's sort of a split decision amongst the community. But when I read the description myself, the subject matter and what's going on in this film doesn't really do much for me, and that's Happiness. Did I say the name of the film? Yeah, Happiness. This film here by Todd Solondz. I don't think he has any other titles in the collection. Oh, he does actually. Life During Wartime. Okay, very good. But yeah, I read some information on the synopsis of what's going on in this movie, and it's pretty disturbing from what I read. So I pretty much decided that may not be for me. So that was the fifth title, but I removed that from the list, and so I'm looking at getting Pandora's Box, I Walk with a Zombie, The Seventh Victim, and then the two Albert Brooks films on 4K. And then, of course, this is also on 4K. So those are the titles that I'm looking to pick up in the flash sale. But what titles are you planning to pick up in the flash sale? Let me know in the comments. Now, we do have some comments. Let's see what you're saying out there. Let's see. We have Steve from across the pond. Good afternoon, Steve. Hope you're doing well over there in the United Kingdom. We see. Hi, James. Getting ready to record my video on about dry grasses. Enjoy the flash sale. Thank you. Thank you. Steve, let me know. Have you seen About Dry Grasses? I've gotten some recommendations on that. Do you recommend that I pick that up? It's one that I'm definitely looking to potentially pick up in the Barnes and Noble sale. So let me know what you think about that. We have the man with the most on the West Coast. We have Mr. Huck. How are you doing, sir? Early morning with James, right on. Yeah, early morning for you. I know it's what time is it for you, Huck? It is 7:20 in the morning. Well, I do appreciate you joining me in the morning. Consider this my version of morning mug here. I have my little mug here saying, my dad is a big deal. And I'm sure, Huck, you are a big deal as well, my friend. Hope you are doing well out there in sunny Southern California. Are you looking forward to the flash sale? Let me know what you all are planning to pick up in this flash sale. So, yeah, those are the titles that I'm looking to pick up in this upcoming sale. Oh, yes. Let's see here. Yes, love it, buddy. Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the flash sale. The flash sale is a great opportunity. Again, we have the Barnes and Noble sale coming up, so a lot of people are going to participate in that. But I think it's great to sort of combine the Barnes and Noble sale with also the flash sale because, again, when you purchase directly from Criterion, unlike purchasing from Barnes and Noble or Amazon, you do get that credit towards a potential $50 gift card from Criterion. So that is definitely something to consider. The other thing to consider is on the flash sale is I believe that they have that that $75 purchase point that if you purchase up to 75, 75 or more, then the shipping is included. So they don't add for shipping if your total purchase is 75 or more. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So let's see. Steve saying absolutely recommend about dry grasses. I'm now looking into watch some more Ceylon films. Okay, cool, cool. Thank you for that note there, Steve. I do appreciate that. We have Madhouse saying, I'm looking to pick up Seconds. Really good with Rock Hudson. Excellent film. The Vanishing, another excellent film. So good. I recommend with The Vanishing, folks. I recommend this is the George Slusser film. That film has a US remake, but the original film is so good. My recommendation is don't read a thing about it. Don't read any reviews. Don't read anything about it. You don't want to be spoiled. Just go in fresh and you will enjoy that thriller. Workmeister Harmonies. I have not picked that one up. Let me know for those of you who've seen that. What do you think of that? That's available on 4K. Don't Look Now, which is very good, available on 4K as well. And Peeping Tom, one of the best 4Ks that I've seen this year. So good. Looks amazing. Amazing. That's the Michael Powell film. So really good. See, Huck is saying, sadly, I'm still out of work, so I'll probably have to pass on this sale, hoping work resumes soon. Yes, me too, Huck, for you. I definitely, hopefully, hope you get some good production editing jobs coming your way. The industry is in a real down slope with work right now. Okay. Yeah, I've definitely heard that about, you know, um, different TV and movie production projects kind of slowing down, but hopefully things will pick up soon for you and overall. Workmeister is a film about a circus if you're a fan of that. Okay, I'll have to think about that. See, Steve says I pre-ordered the Bellatar Curzon set as I loved her Workmeister harmonies. Okay, cool, cool. Very good. So yeah, so those are some considerations for the flash sale. The earning towards a $500 gift certificate. I mean, I'm sorry, a $50 gift certificate when you purchase $500. And of course, when you do the flash sale, if you purchase 75 or more, you don't get additional charge for shipping. So a couple of considerations there. And then as far as a Barnes and Noble sale, typically what happens is Criterion will do a flash sale shortly before the Barnes and Noble 50% off sale. So definitely be on the lookout for the Barnes and Noble sale, which they typically hold in July and November. November Friday, they typically start that sale on a Friday. In this case, November the 1st happens to fall on a Friday. So my guess would be that the Barnes and Noble sale might start on Friday, November the 1st. So we shall see. There's nothing confirmed about that, but that's just my guess. Be on the lookout for the upcoming Barnes and Noble sale. If history holds the form, it might start around that time. So let's see here. Huck says Madhouse Seconds was a good movie. Yeah, it really is. It is fantastic. Really good film. And see, Madhouse, something to keep in mind, the Criterion Rewards program is a better deal than the Barnes and Noble free membership rewards for those who have that. With Criterion, you spend $500 to get $50. Yep, true, very true. And yeah, he was going to say something else. And with Barnes and Noble, it's $1,000 for $50. So yeah, so either way, you're earning credits for sort of future discounts, but the Criterion is a better deal per Madhouse. Gerald Lang, hello Gerald, hello. Just caught you while working, sort of doom with Nakadai as a bad guy character swordsman who slowly goes mad. Cool. I have not seen that one. Very good. Sounds like a very good pickup. So yeah, those are my planned flash sale pickups. Now, in terms of what am I going to purchase thereafter? Well, I'll go ahead and share that with you. For those of you who have been so kind as to join me this morning, I'm going to give you the goods on what I'm going to be buying or what I plan to buy. So, coming up, coming soon, going into the Barnes and Noble sale for November, my plan at this point, at this time, is I'm definitely planning to pick up Funny Girl, the film starring Barbara Streisand, right here. This is the William Wyler film. William Wyler has a number of films, or actually one other film in the collection. One is The Heiress, which The Heiress, what you're seeing right here, starring Olivia de Havilland, brilliant film. Her performance in this, absolutely stunningly powerful performance. Wonderfully acted transformation in her character arc over the course of the film in terms of where she started to where she ends up. Wow, stunning. So good. You have her in this, you have Montgomery Clift in this, and it is a really good story that makes you think. And the film doesn't necessarily give you all the answers hard and fast. And I like that about The Heiress. So recommended. And then he also has The Funny Girl starring Barbara Streisand, which is coming out in November. And this is coming out on 4K Ultra HD. And I will definitely be picking this up. So this is one I'll definitely be picking up along with Paper Moon. I'll be picking up Paper Moon, the Peter Bogdanovich film. This, of course, stars Ryan O'Neal, Tatum O'Neal, father-daughter combo in this film. Tatum O'Neal still stands as the youngest performer to win an Academy Award for acting in a competitive category. So that is a little bit of fun trivia about this particular film here from 1973. So, and it comes in at 102 minutes. It's going to be on 4K, and it's a nice looking set here. Look at this. Check this out. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to this 4K release. I have not seen it, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. So those are the two of the titles that I'm planning to pick up. I'm also looking very heavily at this Ryuichi Sakamoto opus. This is apparently his last performance. I think he was a pianist, and this is his last performance before his death from cancer, I believe. So I may be picking up this Janus Contemporaries title. I might be picking up about Dry Grasses here. So we'll see about that. And then the other titles I'm looking at is definitely planning to pick up this Scarface film from Howard Hawks. This is not the Brian De Palma, Al Pacino starring film Scarface. This is the Howard Hawks Scarface, the original version from 1932, available on 4K Ultra HD, starring Boris Karloff and George Raft. So I'll be picking this one up. Of course, Howard Hawks is no stranger to the collection. He has a number of films in the collection already: Bring Me a Baby, His Girl Friday, Only Angels Have Wings, Red River, all of which are excellent and highly recommended. I recommend all of these films from Howard Hawks. And of course, Scarface coming out in November. Of course, some of these films are also in the CC40 box set, which, by the way, I will not be picking up in this Barnes and Noble sale. Of course, quick note on this. As you look on the CC40 box set, this box set is SRP'd at $799.95, or basically $800. Uh, this set is definitely not for me because I own probably 90% of the films. There's 40 titles in this collection of Criterion Closet titles that they've curated. I don't plan on picking up this set because I own basically 36 of the 40 films on separate editions, so it doesn't make sense for me. But this set is for somebody, and this is an example of something that, because of that, when you spend $500, you earn a $50 gift card. This is one of those types of things where if the CC40 set is for you, it may make sense to purchase it on the Criterion site than Barnes and Noble, because that would be at 50% off on a flash sale. That would be $400. That would go a long way to earning that $50 gift certificate. If this set is for you. So that's the big thing. If it's for you, if you don't already own most of these titles, if you're interested in these films, you don't already have them, and this would be a good way for you to experience these films in one set, then maybe the CC40 set is for you. But I would definitely recommend, given the high price point, getting it at 50% off, and probably getting it on the Criterion site, because you earn towards that gift certificate. So the other thing I was thinking of for Barnes and Noble sale was this Godzilla 4K or Gogeta 4K, but that is, I'm kind of 70% yes, 30% no. I'm kind of wavering on that. We shall see. Seven Samurai on 4K is a excellent addition. If you don't already have Seven Samurai from the Criterion collection, November will be an excellent time to pick it up at 50% off. I already have this on Blu-ray, so I am getting the BFI 4K of Seven Samurai, which has the additional commentary, and it also has the Dolby Vision grade that the Criterion edition does not have. Now, let me click here to make sure that's still the case. See, new 4K digital restoration. Yeah, again, no indication of any HDR with this release. Of course, the good thing is it is coming in 4K next month. It's available on Blu-ray still, and still has a DVD option. So I always like to note that, because DVD is still a very popular format for a lot of people, and a lot of people are still buying DVDs. So yeah, those are that's a little insight on what I'm planning to pick up in the November sale. I'm going to be very tame this November. I've gotten to the point where I have most of the things that I want in Criterion's back catalog, and there's just not a lot for me to oh, this came out 10 years ago. Ooh, I had never heard of that one. Let me get that. There's not a lot of that at this point. I've pretty much gotten all the back titles that they have released at this point that I want. And so for me, most of my Criterion purchases are things that are coming out that are new, that I am excited about. So let's see here. Let's see. Who else is on here? See, Huck is saying, does Criterion have free shipping during the sale? Uh, yeah, on the Criterion.com site, what they have done, it used to be if you did $50 or more, that it would be free shipping. They recently increased that to $75. So if you purchase $75 or more, then you're not charged for additional cost for shipping. So that's something to keep in mind. So with the four titles that I'm picking up, it's going to be just under $100, with my $10 off that I got in the email. So it's going to qualify for free shipping. So hey there, everybody! Everyone, please hit the like button. Thank you for this man's incredible knowledge. Oh, you're giving me a little too much credit, but thank you though. Hey guy, see here. Hmm. Steve doing the major flex there. I own all 40 in the CC40 set. So based upon that, I would surmise that you're not picking up, that you are also not picking up that CC40 set. Yeah. I think that set, honestly, given the price point, I think that set has very limited appeal. I think the price is just too high for it to have broad appeal. I think if the price was, because you're looking at a set that is, from a price standpoint, just pretty, I mean, just way out there as compared to some of their other excellent sets, like the Ingmar Bergman set, which is at a much lower price point. Um, I don't know. I think the appeal is very limited, especially for people like myself or Steve, or people who have most of these titles already. It just isn't particularly worth it. I guess what would have justified that high price point in my mind would have been if at least some, or if all of those titles were 4K. Then you're talking, okay, starting to make a lot more sense. But $800 is a pretty high SRP for that set. So yeah, so those are my planned purchases for the flash sale, Barnes and Noble sale. In terms of what I'm watching this weekend, I recently, as part of my October personal challenge, had a chance to get caught up on these two titles that I had previously not watched: Charade, Salesman, and Charade. Both of these are really good films, really good titles, and I would definitely recommend those for a 50% off sale coming up. Those are really good, really satisfying additions, and I'm glad I finally got around to, you know, knocking the dust off from that was collecting on the shelf and popping them in the player and enjoying them. They're really good films. Again, it's just an example of, as collectors, we collect all this stuff. And sometimes you just got to take a step back and say, you know what? I'm excited about what's coming out, but I've got a lot of really good titles in my collection already that I can enjoy right now. So I really got a lot out of both of these. Now, in the case of Charade, there's really not much in the way of special features, as you can see. It's only a commentary and trailer. So the commentary is pretty good, but there's not like anything like visual essays or interviews or anything like that. Salesman does have some special features on here, which are quite good, including a parody by Bill Hader that has the same look and aesthetic as Salesman. It looks exactly like the film, and that's very good. But yeah, both of those editions are really nice editions. That Charade looks great on that Blu-ray. I mean, if it ever got a 4K release, it would probably look stellar. So, but yeah, those are really good. And as far as this weekend, I'm planning to take a little time to pop in Nashville in the player. So this Robert Altman film, I've never seen it. I've had it for years. This is, of course, the wonderful uh, dual format edition. You'll see here, dual format edition that Criterion used to put out. Now, when you look at Nashville in Barnes and Noble now, most likely you'll see just a standard Blu-ray case. But hey, depending on the location, you might see this dual format edition still. But I have it on this dual format edition, so I plan to watch that. And probably one of the films in this Vim Vendors Road trilogy. Specifically, I want to start with the first one, which is Alice in the Cities. So I want to check this out over this weekend. So that is my part of my weekend watch challenge, along with just some work stuff. And then, of course, I've got a little bit of other things going on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see here. Do any of these include the 4K? Do any of what include the 4K? Caveman, the CC40 set? No, the CC40 set's all Blu-ray if you're talking about that. Saying hello to Huck. I love Charade. Yes, good movie. It really is. It's really cool. I love the actors. Cary Grant is one of my favorite all-time classic actors. And of course, you also have Audrey Hepburn in here, and she is excellent. I mean, it's just a really, really good movie. A really fun movie. I really liked it. Charade is excellent. Don't know the other. Yeah, Salesman's a really good film. 12 watching, 8 likes. Okay, well, thank you, Caveman. I appreciate it. See, Roachman planning on finishing some Hitchcock and several film noir, some new releases. Cool. Speaking of Hitchcock, I heard that Universal's putting out a 4K set of Hitchcock films in December. It's either November or December that people should keep an eye on. And I think it includes um, uh, To Catch a Thief on 4K and North by Northwest on 4K, as well as The Birds, Vertigo, Psycho, and Rear Window. So that is a set to definitely keep in mind. If you happen to miss out on the Alfred Hitchcock Classics collection that came out about 5 years ago or whatever, where they had Rear Window, The Birds, Vertigo, and Psycho in that four film 4K set, the very first of the Hitchcock Classics collection that came out on 4K. If you missed that, then this upcoming Universal set might be a good set for you. I don't plan on getting that Universal set because I already have that original set for those four films, but I do want to get North by Northwest on 4K for sure. and also To Catch a Thief, which is already available in 4K, but I want that price to come down a little bit. I think it's at 30 something dollars on Amazon. Want to catch it on perhaps a Black Friday sale. We shall see. See. Charade is a Stanley Donen film. He directed Singing in the Rain. Yes, Singing in the Rain is my all-time favorite musical. So, so good. Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. It's morning, it's morning. Good morning. Yeah, I mean, oh, good morning to you and you and you and you. So, what a great musical. What a great musical. I wish I could sing and dance half as good as they did in that movie. I would be something. But yeah, in terms of what else do I have going on this weekend, I'll show you a little bit of what else I got going on. Let's see here. Share my screen. A little bit of do-it-yourself stuff around the house that I need to take care of, including one of these. Got a toilet that is where the water's running, and I think it's due to like one of the valves or whatever. So I'm just gonna replace this whole system here. So I'm just gonna just do this whole thing and replace it. So I got to follow the instructions, make sure you turn off the water supply, make sure that you know, have some good towels around the area and, don't make a mess. I've done this one time before and it worked out on one of my toilets. I picked this up like last week or whatever, and I need to just go ahead and install it in my upstairs toilet, in one of my upstairs toilets. So I've got that going on. And then, of course, tonight, tonight, the showdown in Austin, Texas. See my hat here? My Georgia Bulldogs are headed to Austin. They're already in Austin. They're on the ground right now as ESPN Game Day is going on right now. And I'm sure the ESPN analysts, they're all picking Texas. They're probably all picking Texas and siding with Matthew McConaughey. But my Georgia Bulldogs, folks, are going to come out on top tonight. They're going to come out on top. Kirby Smart and the Dogs are going to go in there and do their thing. They're going up against the number one team in the country, the Texas Longhorns. And Georgia's ranked number 5. And I think that my dogs are going to go in there and take care of business. So I plan to watch some college football with my dogs tonight. A lot of great college football action on tonight. I mean, you have Alabama and Tennessee, Florida and Kentucky. You have Georgia Tech taking on Notre Dame here locally. So there are some really, really good games in the world of college football if you're into that. So I know many of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but yeah, I'm into college football. Let's see here. Uh, Caveman says, can't wait for the North by Northwest 4K Steelbook. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that set as well. I'm not sure if I'm just going to get the Steelbook or get the full set. I'm still deciding. I think I saw the set on Zavi, I think. I'll have to check it out. Let's see. Huck is saying North by Northwest was the first Hitchcock movie I watched when diving into his filmography, and it was so good. I was hooked. Now I've seen around 20 Hitchcock movies. Yeah, Hitchcock is my favorite all-time director. He's just brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. So good, so good. Looking forward to a set of Hitch's early films being released by Studio Canal. Yeah, I think that is an opportunity for Criterion. I really wish Criterion would release more of his early films. In fact, when I was doing my wish list of 2025, wish list titles, one of the categories was more Hitchcock on 4K from Criterion. So I'm looking for potential upgrades of Rebecca, Notorious to 4K, but also looking forward to Spellbound coming out on, well, at least Blu-ray, but coming to 4K, you know, that would be great. But then also looking at some of his early work when before he came to the United States in 1939, 1940, and looking at his earlier films, I would love to see Criterion do some of that work in terms of releasing his early films and releasing them on 4K, like releasing earlier films like The Lodger, which they did a few years ago. I think it's definitely time for more Hitchcock releases in 2025. So fingers crossed. We shall see. For those who care, it seems Paper Moon aspect ratio changed from the original 185 to 1 to 166 to 1 on the upcoming Criterion release. Okay. Interesting. Good to know. Thank you for sharing that. And Caveman, all you need is a sweater and slippers, and you will be my neighbor, James. All right. Sounds like a plan, man. See, since you are not playing LSU, go Bulldogs. Yeah, that's right. Go Dogs, baby. I mean, I know Matthew McConaughey, he's going to be on the sidelines doing this. All right, all right, all right. He's going to be doing this thing, but I'm hoping my Georgia Bulldogs take it to the horns tonight. So I'm looking forward to it. Of course, Matthew McConaughey appears in a couple of titles in the Criterion Collection. See, bringing it back to movies. Bringing it back to movies. He appears in Lone Star and Dazed and Confused. So, see, there's movie connections there to college football. It's all related. It all comes together. Uh, See, going to watch Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills take on the Titans Sunday. Allen is a beast watching Altman's Three Women tonight. Yes, cool. Josh Allen and Bills take on the Titans. Okay, that should be a good game. I know that the our Atlanta Falcons are taking on the Seattle Seahawks. So the way I see it, the Falcons are having a pretty good year so far. They have a perfect conference record, perfect division record. I really hope they can take this game against Seattle because their next game is going to be on the road at Tampa Bay. So I'm figuring they're probably going to take an L at Tampa Bay. So if they can win this game against Seattle, then that'll kind of keep them on the right track, even if they take a loss at Tampa Bay. So yeah, so looking forward to that as well. So it should be a very fun weekend. But again, I plan to watch Alice in the Cities from this Vim Vendor set over the weekend. And I also plan to pop in Nashville, the Robert Altman film. And that's all part of my personal challenge of watching films in October in my Criterion backlog. Got to work on this toilet and get some other things done, and just take care of some other things. But just wanted to come on here and just say hello to everybody and hope that you all have a fantastic weekend enjoying whatever it is that you plan to get into. Fall is in full swing. Again, we've got a potential Criterion flash sale coming up, 24-hour flash sale coming up this week. So definitely keep an eye out for that this coming Tuesday, potentially. And definitely stay tuned for that on the channel. But hope you all have a great weekend. Enjoy whatever it is you plan to do and stay safe and well. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Peace. Have a great Saturday. Oh, one last comment here, or a couple last comments. The Almond film I would love to see get a Blu-ray upgrade is Secret Honor. Okay, cool. And then Huck says, great stream, James. Have a great day. You have a great day too, Huck. And you have a great day too, Steve, across the pond. And you all have an awesome Saturday. Peace.